Hey guys, what's up? I'm Natalie, this is Hey It's a Good Life, and I'm so glad you're here. We moved inside because it's just a skosh too sunny outside to film this, and by just a skosh too sunny, I mean there's literally no angle that I can find that doesn't involve me staring directly into the sun. So I decided to save my retinas and move the party inside, which seems fitting because this is actually where I spend a lot of my time now. This is where the magic happens. Yes, studying. So fun. I am currently studying for my licensing exam in mental health, and when I pass this test, I will be licensed to practice all on my own. No need to be an employee anymore, and I will not need to give 50% of my earnings to my employer. Not that I'm complaining, because I actually have so much to be thankful for this week. This week is Thanksgiving week. It's my birthday. I am extra thankful this week because this is the first week that I am out of acute pain. 2 months of acute pain, and I kind of thought I was losing my marbles. Very, very, very thankful. But you know who makes lemonade out of lemons? Well, me. I mean, this is Hey It's a Good Life, and we're trying to stay positive around here. But the person that I'm referring to is God. Yeah, I said it, God. I feel so incredibly blessed to have found so many gifts in the season of being disabled. God has been so gracious to show me so many things that have been born out of my time, literally laid out on my back, unable to move. Just one thing that God did on my medical leave was He made me famous. Okay, I'm not really famous, but I did meet Dan from CropSwap, and I did meet the king of beats himself, Mr. Rainn Wilson. Dwight Schrute from The Office, assistant to the regional manager himself. I met him and co-starred with him. Okay, I didn't really co-star with him, but I met him, we interacted for a web series, and I am here to share that story with you today, my very sweet friends. So basically, I'm on medical leave. I have a lot of time on my hands. I spent a lot of time praying and a lot of time on social media. Go figure. One of the first weeks that I was laid out flat, unable to move, icing my pelvis. It will always sound weird to say that. I see my friend Dan over at CropSwap is doing a live video on Instagram. Now I had reached out to Dan a couple months before and I said, yo Dan, love what you're up to, pal. Want to support you. Whatever I can do, let me know. And at that point he sent me a message something like, Android coming out soon, download. And I was like, I don't know what you're saying, and I don't have an Android phone. I'm an iPhone user, so all right, until next time, peace. Well, this is that next time, friends. So he's doing a live video and I go, oh, this is cool, I'll watch. Next thing I know, I get invited to be on his show, and I share with him my dream to run a ranch to heal land animals and people. And he called me an adorable princess and we became best friends. Okay, not really best friends yet, but you know. Anyway, the friendship on Instagram started. So then the next day, I see that he's running this story about, hey, if you live near Long Beach and you want to be a part of CropSwap, hit me up. So I'm 30 minutes south of Long Beach, I hit him up. Long story short, I end up being invited to join a filming project for CropSwap. And I didn't really know what it was, but he said, yeah, you know, be prepared. It's gonna be a big crew. This is kind of for CropSwap. It's a big deal and would love to have you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love you, sister. He says that a lot. He's just a very loving guy. And I said, okay. I show up, there's a cop car monitoring the street. There's 2 houses with people running back and forth, tents, people with the microphones walkie-talkieing, and I'm like, oh, this is a big deal. This is a bigger deal than I thought, but okay. Stay calm. Next thing I know, there's these people like ushering me across to the staging area, giving me water, giving me cashew bars. They're like, can we do anything for you? You look great. Oh my gosh, are these your crops? You brought them at CropSwap. How adorable, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what in the heck? Now I'm already nervous because in my mind, Dan's got like 10,000 followers and I'm like, okay, well, I get to meet Dan today. That's kind of a big deal. Cool, really looking forward to that. Then they tell me you're gonna walk across the street, knock on the door, and CropSwap. And I was like, okay. So I walk across the street, the director is there. He's like, hi, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. I'm gonna yell action and you go. Sound good? I'm like, sounds good. So he yells action and I go, and now my heart's pounding because I've never been a part of anything where they yell action and then the movie starts rolling or filming or whatever. See, I don't even know what it's called. So my heart's already pounding. And then who do you think answers the door? Rainn Wilson. I didn't register that though. More on that in a minute. So he goes, hi, I'm Rainn. Nice to meet you. Let's crop swap. I'm like, hi, I'm Natalie. Sounds great. Cut, 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 cut. We do it a couple more takes, and about after the second or the third take, I turn to Dan and I go, oh, like Rainn Wilson, like Dwight Schrute, Rainn Wilson? And he goes, yeah. And I go, oh, and then I got really awkward and very nervous, and then my heart is really pounding. Like I just came here to crop swap with Dan, and now I'm crop swapping with an international movie star. I was not prepared. He tried to prepare me. To Dan's credit, he did try to prepare me. But anyway, so that was it. Scored a selfie, took some behind the scenes footage, which I can now compile since the video has been released, and I will eventually post it on the site. So that's my story. That's the story that you won't see behind the very polished, very beautiful video, which I will link down below, is that I basically couldn't sit, walk, or stand except for what you saw me do in the video. Like literally behind the scenes, I was laying down. My mom was there because I couldn't drive myself, so my mom drove me, bless her angel soul. And then she drove me home, and I basically crashed the rest of the day. I iced, and I think I fell asleep until the next morning. Like, no kidding. But isn't that such a cool story? I mean, it's a huge moment for my life, for Dan's life, and for clean food, and for bringing together people who want to eat clean food and to swap crops. But here's the thing, had I not been on medical leave, and had I not been on Instagram at that very particular moment, I would not have been able to participate in this at all. Because, like you all, believe it or not, I actually do have a job, and I've worked very hard for the job that I have. I went to 4 years of undergrad, I went to 2 years of graduate school, which I completed in 2 years, even though it was a 3-year program. Then I worked 70 to 80 hours a week. 70 to 80 hours a week. There were times where my mom was literally worried about my health, and she would peer into my room and say, are you okay? Do you need anything? I'm like, I'm fine. I have to prepare my project for school. I mean, there were times where I was just a very hot mess, more of a hot mess than I am right now. Yeah, so just to put that aside, I'm not like a full-time YouTuber or anything by any means. I have a job that I have not been able to partake in for 2 months because my job involves sitting and listening to people, and when you can't sit, well, that's kind of a problem. Anyway, had I not been on medical leave, I would not have become friends with Dan and seen his live video and been a part of this filming thing. And so I find it just, again, a God thing that there is purpose in our pain and our suffering. And I feel like this is just one of those things that God has brought forth out of that very difficult time in my life. And that's rare. I feel like that's really rare because I've gone through really tough times before. Tough times that I didn't know if I was going to make it out of it, like halfway sane. And I did, but I didn't see the fruit of that until years later when I was able to share my story with other young women and save them from abusive relationships, or, you know, to help other people who had parents with terminal cancer. I didn't know that, and we can talk more about, you know, my super rough time another time. But all that to say, I just think that this is such a gift to be able to see some of the purpose that God has placed in this pain and suffering and is bringing forth out of it. So pretty cool stuff. And through it all, God is weaving this really intricate story. It's a story that I feel very convicted to share with you guys along the way, to hopefully spread hope, to spread the message of God, and to be an authentic person in a world full of phonies. Like, I seriously don't want to be that person on Instagram who is lying about their life, or on YouTube. I want to keep it real, and I want to help spread genuineness and authenticity to my corner of the internet. Hopefully you guys feel that in my Instagram and YouTube posts. So with all of that said, if you like this video or you want more from me, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. And of course, if you want to see the whole video, I will link it down below. We can do just like a little super tiny sneak preview right here before we transition.
There's a person named Natalie, and she's coming over with a bunch of kale.
That's me.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
You must be Natalie.
I am. It's nice to meet you.
Let's do a swap. Come down here.
Awesome.
Wow, fantastic.
Yeah.
I think we said 3 bananas. Enjoy these bad boys.
Wow, these are great.
I am not very excited about this kale.
I'm very excited about the kale.
Okay, that's enough, Dan.
So it works for
Thanks so much for coming by.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure doing business
So good.
with you.
Yes.
Be sure to hit show more and I will have a link for you so you can see the whole video and let them know I sent you, okay? Say, hey, Natalie from Hey It's a Good Life sent me. Super excited about CropSwap, okay? Definitely let them know I sent you. And now in honor of it being fall and Thanksgiving, the very falliest of fall holidays, and my birthday and all of that, I want to share with you guys one of my favorite recipes, butternut squash soup. My husband has added his addition to this because he thinks that soup is not enough for a meal. So he requested some white cheddar sourdough grilled cheese. And you guys, it's delicious. All right, that's it. No more talking. Let's get cooking. Thank you so much for being here. If you guys want more from me, if you like this video, definitely hit that like and subscribe button. I'm going to be around a lot more now that I'm finally on the up and up, and so I definitely plan to be making more videos, and I invite you guys to be around and watch as the journey unfolds over here. All right, thank you so much. I hope you guys have a great week, and hopefully see you tomorrow for my birthday. I think we need to do like a fall birthday garden tour. If you guys would like to see that, definitely leave a comment in the comments down below. Thanks so much, you guys, and I will see you next time.